Hello there, I'm Tanya Gabrielle, Wealth Astronumerologist, and welcome to your Cancer full moon and end of December astronumerology forecast. What an amazing moment we've arrived at. It's near the end of 2015. This is the final lunation of the calendar year, and for the first time in nearly 40 years, we have a full moon on Christmas Day. The last time this happened was in 1977, and that number 7 figures greatly today, as you'll see in a moment. But before we get to the significance of that amazing full moon, in the days prior, you may experience strong emotions, responses to people or events, stimuli that there's some unstable energy. Okay, it's around the Pluto-Uranus square, and it's caused by various planets, including Mars. So the winter solstice, though, on December 21st and December 22nd, it will bring some balance to this energy. But there'll be some change, a lot of change around this time. So really, the winter solstice is loosening up on the energy and what's happening, because the 3 and 5 numbers code that's associated with the solstice, it's attracting flexibility and freedom. So the solstice and those numbers result in a pivot point, which is even more enhanced because during the solstice itself, you may know this, the electromagnetic field of the Earth also undergoes many changes at that time. Now, the two solstices that we experience every year on December 21st and June 21st, they allow us to reevaluate and reset with new goals for the next 6 months. So it's really a fantastic, wonderful new beginnings energy that refocuses us and brings clarity, so we're freshly prepared to explore, expand the new opportunities in our own cycles and the universal cycles, because we're aligning now in that moment with the celestial pivot point, the solstice. So this is a great time to get clear and clear things out, and a wonderful time to explore and reevaluate. So then we arrive at that amazing, wonderful, dynamic Christmas full moon on December 25th. This one is really, really special. There's a lot to share. First of all, to have a full moon on Christmas Day in the sign of Cancer is a beautiful combination, because Cancer is about family. And it's emotional as well. The moon rules the sign of Cancer, which is about our feelings. It's a sensitive water sign, very much associated with the home. And so the moon is more enhanced in its own sign. And full moons are already more emotional, right? So every month anyways, when we have the full moon, we feel those feelings more, right? And it helps us to release. Now during a solstice, when the full moon is around a solstice, it makes the effect even stronger. Now, Cancer is the family and home sign. It governs the 4th house in astrology, and the number 4 in numerology symbolizes home as well. The square, the architecture, feng shui, the home. So this Cancer 4th house emphasis during a full moon puts us in a beautiful place of compassion, acknowledging our roots, our feelings, our family, and opening our hearts to love. So you'll feel more heart-centered anyway during this full moon. And because it's the 25th of December 2015, this universal date adds up to 9, the number of unconditional love and culminations. And so we're closing the end of the year with this number 9 on this full moon. So it's really, really an amazing time to just let go, let God, forgive, and move on. Secondly, this moon happens at 11:11 a.m. universal time. So the 11:11 gateway is activated both by the time, and we're in a universal month of 11 in December of this year. So a strong emphasis on the 11 gateway is being completely present, stepping into the unknown at every moment, just listening to what's happening right now, not worrying, not planning, just being present. Okay, so, and to add to that, Uranus is stationing direct, meaning it is literally moving to a new direction. It's at a standstill on the 25th and 26th of December. It's literally starting to move forward again. And Uranus stationing, whenever a planet stations actually, it's visually saying, pay attention. I'm not moving. I'm changing direction. This is an important time, and the meaning of the planet is even greater. So breaking up programming, breaking new ground, changing things up, feeling a real shift in perspective, going through a major awakening, while also welcoming profound insights and intuitive moments, aha moments. That's what Uranus is about. So it's such a creative full moon as well. And that's also because the sun and moon will be at 3 degrees in Cancer and Capricorn. And 3 is also about creation expression, joy, feeling, connecting with others, communicating, and your powerful imagination. Okay, so this Cancer Capricorn axis is also about balancing what Cancer and Capricorn represent. Our home and personal life versus our professional and vocational life. So it's the emotional water sign of Cancer opposite the stable, reliable earth sign of Capricorn. So when you bring Uranus into the mix, Uranus is saying, okay, so be open to some change here. Look at whether things are in balance. Do you have work and play? Are you doing career and personal life with a balance? It's a great opportunity to just let go of what you think things should be and change these areas if they're not in balance. So look at both love and your personal life and pursuing your passion in your career. Now, Capricorn is more emphasized anyways because Pluto has been in Capricorn for a long time, but Pluto in Capricorn has been forming this 90-degree square with Uranus in Aries. So that's been going on for the last 3.5 years. It's a square which is building up to be almost exact again near the end of January right now, right? So the other thing is that Saturn is emphasizing Capricorn because Saturn is forming this square to Neptune again now. And that is really making this full moon a pivot point between the big Pluto-Uranus transit, which is now coming to a head one last time and ending, and this new Saturn-Neptune transit, which is just starting and taking us into 2016 as we explore our spirituality. So let's talk about that one for a moment, because this full moon awakens a deeply soul-centered connection with the people around you. The moon and sun are forming a trine and sextile to Neptune. It's so beautiful. Neptune's at 7 degrees in Pisces, the number of spirituality, the sign of spirituality and intuition. And the moon is at 3 degrees in Cancer, a fun, creative, social number, like I said, of heart-centered communication. And so it's such an exquisite time to feel this incredible love. With the sun also at 3 degrees, you'll really want to direct your attention on how to express your passion as your vocation as well, right? Because the sun is in Capricorn for this full moon. So again, this beautiful infusion of the 7, the spirituality of Neptune. And then so as these two major transits are happening during this full moon, one coming to an end, a 3.5-year cycle, one starting up, it's as if they're reaching out and saying hello through the 1111 gateway. They're shaking each other's hands, saying hello, goodbye. So that moment of instant recognition, instantaneous connection that the 11 represents, right? That's really amazing as we face up to what we've been learning in the last few years, right? And then we move on to how we connect. So during the holidays, you really, really want to stay true on the path of learning and growth and experience that you've had over these last 3.5 years. You want to really look at, very honestly, at where you're at. And you want to pay attention to what comes up so you can release it. Because as we now move into that new big moment between Saturn and Neptune about manifesting our spirituality, right? This is really an incredible transition, a moment of truth that's being magnified during this full moon, during this beautiful spiritual moon. And so it's a very rich experience that we're undergoing. And so you want to get a bit quiet too. You want to take time to rest, to listen, and to look within and to intuit the value of your life, the value of the quality of the people you're with, and really getting engaged on a deep level. So make sure you take time to rest more, get some extra sleep, not overdo it. So watch your health, lay low on the cookies and sweets if you can. I know it's a tall order if you celebrate Christmas, but this full moon is happening on a date that also adds up to 18, and 18 is also a number of rest and watching your health. So remember, Neptune is activated as well today, and Neptune sometimes can put up the veil like, hey, I can do more than I think. So make sure you don't go overboard on the sweets and alcohol if you do that, because the other side of Neptune is you're more kind and caring and sharing that sweetness of your heart, that tenderness. So be deeply engaged in that way and listen, engage heart to heart with your loved ones and close friends. So that brings me to the numerology code for a moment here, because it is significant. December 25th is a 7 universal day, and the full date of 12/25/2015 adds up to 18. and 18 reduces to the root number 9. So this code triggers the number 9 and the number 7. And 9 and 7 are two of the building blocks for 2016. 2016 is a 9 universal year, and the 16th year is 16 and 7. So on this full moon day, watch for signals about anything, because they will show you how to best prepare for and be open to the gifts and abundance this next year will bring, because the actual code is activated. 9 opens up your heart to love and your soul to experience its divine connection to wisdom and leadership and abundance, and 7 awakens your intuition and your divine intelligence. It's really a world of opportunities that awaits you next year, and this 11/11 Cancer full moon is allowing you to step into the future, to feel it and explore the colors and the potential of it, and get a real infusion of passion that propels you forward with total confidence and excitement and anticipation into next year. So yes, this Cancer full moon, this solstice combination, this Uranus stationing direct, this amazing code, all of it is very dynamic, deeply emotional. It's all about a major awakening, about accepting who you are at a core level of true lasting joy. Which brings me to the final happy news about this full moon. I'm so excited to share this, because on that Christmas day, right during the full moon, there are 3 planets that create an exquisitely beautiful triangle. Mercury at 22 degrees, trines Jupiter at 22 degrees, and both sextile Venus at 24 degrees. And Jupiter is conjunct the North Node as well. So if there's one thing to take from this video, it's that the future looks bright and beautiful and abundant. That the future is full of fresh ideas, full of love, filled with riches and abundance, and a huge amount of happiness. This triangle in the heavens at the moment of this Christmas full moon is your special gift. And the blessings you receive from nurturing your most important relationships, from creating a sacred space for growth and manifestation of miracles, right? These blessings are conveyed in those degree numbers, 22 and 24. Combining with Venus, Jupiter, Mercury, and the North Node. It's exquisite. So, with that happy piece of news, I want to wish you and your loved ones a most joyful, loving, fun, and happy, transformational holiday, a healing holiday, a beautiful new year. I love you so much. Here's a big hug of gratitude and appreciation. And I'll see you soon in 2016.